How the hell did we get here?
It's a big triangle or something. I don't know. What's on the top there?
Straighter.
Yep.
That roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Frank Martin started boxing in October 2017. He fought John Lockett, Darnell Pettis, Mundu Martinez, not Terrence, Taryn Arrington, not Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Latchman, Jerome Huck, Ephraim, Deshaun Debo, Larry Ventura. Just bum after bum after bum. He beat Jerry Perez in 2021, and jumped into the rankings at number 38 in the WBC. He then fought Ryan Kielquisky and moved up from number 38 to number 21 in the WBC and jumped into the WBA rankings at number 7. Not sure how that happened, but that's the WBA for you. He fought unranked Romero Duno and moved from number 7 all the way back down to number 13 in the WBA. Again, that's just how the WBA works. He was still ranked number 21 in the WBC, and not ranked nowhere else. In 2022, he fought Jackson Marinez, and he stopped him. Jumped up, not in the right direction, in the other direction, from number 13 in the WBA to number 14 in the WBA, and from number 21 in the WBC to number 25 in the WBC. Now, no idea how these rankings are working, but when you get ranked and you're undefeated, you're supposed to keep moving towards the top. But whatever. Now, it could be the fact that Duno, a nigga named Don't Know, and Marinez were both bums. They were both garbage. And I'm not going to say fully garbage, but they had one leg out the trash can and the rest of the body was in there, right? Now, they were not ranked at all. Nobody was ranked. His entire career, he didn't fight anybody ranked until he fought Michel Rivera. When he fought Michel Rivera was on a tear. He was 24-0. He was ranked number 2 in the WBA. They were calling him Baby Ali. He beat the brakes off of Michel Rivera. Beat the brakes off him. So when he beat Michel Rivera, who was unranked, he moved up from number 14 in the WBA to number 2 in the WBA. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. If you beat somebody ranked that high, you should take their ranking or be ranked top 5. So him going to number 2, I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine. He fell out the WBC. He was never ranked in the WBO, but he fell out the WBC, and he was number 5 lineal. His next fight was Artem Baratiyamyan, and he beat that guy. Well, that guy was ranked number 8 in the WBC. He was 12-0. Supposed to be a superior boxer. Supposed to be, but he got his ass whooped. Which then made Frank drop a ranking in the WBA. Now, how do you beat somebody who's undefeated and ranked in the WBC and you're number 2 in the WBA? How do you beat that person and then drop to number 3? I mean, reality should tell you that the only way you should drop to number 3 is if somebody behind you beat the number 1 guy. Well, the number 1 guy was Ryan Garcia. So when Ryan Garcia lost to Tank Davis, that should have made Michel Rivera number 1. I mean, it should have made Frank Martin number 1, but it didn't. It made him number 3. And then out of nowhere, he jumped into the number 5 in the WBC. These rankings are completely all over the place. I mean, absolutely all over the place. If you beat the number 8 guy in WBC, I can see you either taking his place or being top 10. But how do you go from number 25 in the WBC? You beat the number 8 guy in WBC, and now you're number 5 in the WBC. The rankings are garbage. The way they rank these fighters is trash. It's detrimental to fighters. It's all about how much money you can put in somebody's pocket. If you can put the bag in their pocket, the next thing you know, poof, you're ranked number 5 or number 7. And I'm not saying that Frank team did that, and I'm not saying that they didn't. But you don't go from number 25 to number 5 by beating number 8. That math ain't mathing. You can, it is possible, and it should be that you go from whatever ranking you are to number 2 in the WBA if you beat the number 2 ranked WBA guy. That absolutely makes sense. The other one does not make sense. And then he dropped from number 5 in the lineal line from beating Michel Rivera to number 6 in the lineal line, which makes absolutely no sense to me either. They're just making these things up as they go along. Now, Frank Martin has fought 2 ranked fighters, the last 2. He's never fought a champion. Never fought anybody that was lineally ranked. Out of all of his opponents, it's 171 wins, 92 losses, and 8 draws. That's a 53.8% win ratio. 53.8. And for some strange reason, Frank Martin gets an opportunity to fight Tank Davis. Frank Martin, a man who has literally fought 90% nobodies in his entire career. And again, this is not to knock Frank, because I like Frank, and I believe Frank is going to beat Tank. That's a whole different conversation, but I believe he's going to beat him. But this is this man's resume. 2 ranked fighters his entire career. 4 undefeated fighters. One of them was 1-0, but he was still undefeated. 0 champions and no lineal ranked fighters. He just was ranked 3 years ago. He just got his first ranking 3 years ago in 2021. And number 38 in the WBC. Now, I'm not saying, again, that he can't beat Tank, because I believe he's going to beat Tank. I'm more so speaking about his resume and deserving of the fight. That's what I'm more so speaking of. Deserving of the fight. Specifically over fighters that he should be fighting, that we know he should be fighting. Now, Frank, to me, his resume is extremely subpar. But he himself as a fighter is extremely talented. That's a whole different conversation. But his resume says that he should not be in this fight. BFTB. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.